Okay, so you're essentially getting ready to go to trial on this whole situation. What made you take a plea deal?
Oh, what made me reverse? Basically, while I was in the Howard County, I never forget, one of my co-defendants was asking me a question, basically saying, well, G, how much did you spend for a lawyer? And I told him the number, 45 to 50,000. And I said, wow, what's up? And he said, basically, I was already talking to the prosecutors without any lawyer. At this time, myself, another colleague of mine lawyered up, and we were all suiting up to go to actual trial. But once I heard that, I automatically pivot. I'm like, this is just like you in my car, you know all my secrets. It's nothing to face head on anymore. Once I heard that, that morning he left, said he was scared for whatever nature, whatever that was supposed to mean. And immediately I called my lawyer, and my lawyer said, yeah, he's meeting with the federal prosecutors. I'll be there later on today. Before I left, because they wanted to split us up because they couldn't find anybody to house us. So that's why we were all together. I told one of my co-defendants, hey, you don't know anything about me, it's over with. Do what you gotta do to get home to your family.
Okay, so you pleaded guilty to what exactly?
Conspiracy to distribute 100 grams of heroin and 1 count of Racketeering.
Now, you cooperate, and when you cooperate, you assume that the prosecutors will talk to the judge and ask for a certain level of leniency, but you don't know.
Yeah,
the judge could turn around and say, screw this guy, 50 years.
Absolutely.
What were you hoping to get as you were going into the sentencing?
At that time, I didn't want to do no significant time, period.
But realistically, what was your lawyer telling you?
Oh, well, my lawyer told me to pray. Yeah, that's what he told me. Yeah, I mean, you got to think, Vlad. I mean, it's funny, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? I'm looking at you seriously. Like, at the end of the day, this is not a regular case. There are no rules when you have a high-profile case.
Got it.
We can talk about my case or any other high-profile case out here. The rules are different. When you think somebody's supposed to get off or they're not supposed to get off, boom, it's the total opposite. So he's looking at me saying, hey, G, you need to pray. I'm going to say what I want the recommendation with, and now I'm in the holding cell in the feds with bubble guts. This is not, yes, the federal government knew that I wasn't a bad guy. They knew that. I did wrong. I'm not, saying I'm an angel. I did what I did, and I take full responsibility, and I apologize to the citizens in Baltimore. But at that time, Vlad, I didn't know what it was going to be, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, what did the prosecutors recommend?
They recommended 121 months.
So 10 years.
10 years, 1 month.
And you end up getting 10 years.
10 years.
With 4 years of supervised release.
Correct.
Okay. And with good behavior in the feds, that's what, 85%?
85%.
Okay. Now, along with pleading guilty for the drugs and the racketeering, you also had to admit that you faked your overtime.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's not even, Vlad, any type of, when you're dealing with the FBI, they know basically everything my lawyer told me. Hey, Gondo, just like when you brought up Murnett, that was one situation with the home invasion. I kept to the vest, meaning that I didn't think anybody knew of it, right? The feds knew about it, right? They just didn't have enough to charge, So it was just like they knew a lot of things that I didn't think they would know, but they still didn't know a lot of things that I kept to the vest as well, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
Right. You also have to admit that you obstructed law enforcement by alerting co-defendants about potential investigations.
Yeah, so that whole backdrop behind that, the whole narrative behind me and again, like Wayne, this was some big happy family and we were all working together. That's not the truth. As I came up, Wayne and my actual partner, my side partner, Ram, were actually targeting Glenn. This is how this whole thing became what it was. So I'm in operations, I'm not understanding this, and I'm saying, hey, I work with Vlad. And my childhood friend saying, you working with who? Yeah, he just took, this amount of money from me. This person is hell on earth, basically. So now I'm the middleman between it. So now I got to deal with my childhood friend protect him, and then as far as like BPD, come to these guys and say, hey, you know, this is somebody I grew up with. And then in their mind, naturally, oh, are you selling drugs with him?
Well, yeah. After the dust settled, the police sergeant, Wayne Earl Jenkins, got 25 years.
Yeah.
So he got the most.
Yeah.
Because he was a sergeant?
Yeah, I mean, the sergeant, I mean, he went to trial. So, I mean, if Wayne...
Oh, he lost in
yeah,
trial.
he went to trial. No, I'm sorry. Again, he wanted to plea, but again, went to the government with whatever route he wanted to deem fit to go as far as like his legal advice from his counsel. But he kept getting hit with superseding indictments. So those superseding indictments kept increasing his time. So whenever he did his counsel, this is just me talking to you from my law background, the superseding indictments came and it was just overwhelming. So when he pled, his plea was 20 to 30.
Right, because former detectives Daniel Herschel and Marcus Taylor, they actually went to trial and lost and got 18 years each.
Mm-hmm.
Former Sergeant Thomas Ehlers got 15 years. And Detective Ryan, your partner, got 12 years.
Correct.
So you got the least amount of time.
Correct. Well, the least amount of time based on what you just said. There was 2 other people that got 7 years under me.